Previously on Water Rats.
Yeah, this went missing with 5 others from a naval ordnance depot 2 years ago.
It's a laser-sighted AR-15, 5.56 caliber, manufactured in the US.
What happened to the other 5 that went missing?
We recovered 1. It was an inside job made to look like a break-in.
No one believes me, but someone set me up, okay? Put one in my garage and then dogged on me. Don't be an idiot, mate.
Another one, feet!
Pete's good to me. I want to be with Pete. If I can't be...
So you left home to be with Pete?
Bring him up immediately. Don't worry about stopping for decompression. Just get him up here as quick as you can. Trouble? Yeah, call an ambulance and get those people out of here, will you?
They're both in the decompression chamber now.
Will he be okay?
Hard to say. He's still unconscious.
So what about my wife's body? Tell me that's it. Down there, and it's a grave.
I am sorry.
Hi, I'm Steve Murphy, as if you don't know. It's another beautiful day in Sydney. The harbour's looking like the best harbour in the world, which we all know it is. Wherever you may be out there, listeners, welcome to the show. And now, here in the studio this morning, our special guest, Chief Inspector Clark Webb, Patrol Commander of the Sydney Water Police. Good morning, Inspector.
Morning, Mr. Murphy.
Oh, please, call me Steve. Otherwise, the listeners will think you're going to arrest me.
Steve it is.
Clark, if I can call you that. I suppose we all think of the Sydney Water Police as a fairly benign end of the service.
Yeah, that Terry says you're harmless. I am harmless.
As far as the service is concerned, we're a limited, but I believe highly regarded resource.
Well, most of us swan around the harbour on weekends and public holidays. You blokes actually get paid to do it.
This is the old luxury boat champagne and caviar images of Steve. The thing is, most people tend to see our boats when it's nice weather and they're out there themselves. They don't see our people when they're 20 kilometres out to sea in the dark, with a 10-metre swell running, trying to get a line on a yacht that's lost its rigging.
You write that for him?
All his own work.
They don't see our divers when they're down in black water, visibility nil, trying to retrieve a body from a wreck.
You're all so intrepid, you lot.
I'm very glad you raised that question, Clark, because I have a special guest in here today who's got a bone to pick with your divers. I believe you've not met Mr. Glenn Forbes, Inspector.
No, I haven't had the pleasure.
The bloke who lost his wife at the shaft.
Hello, Glenn. Good to have you on board.
Set the boss up.
Hi, Steve. Inspector Webb.
Mr. Forbes?
For those listeners who don't know the story, Glenn lost his wife in a diving accident a few weeks back. He'd only been married a few days, and Glenn, who's an experienced diver, wanted to share something with her. What was that, Glenn?
It's the most beautiful place in the world. It's an underground lake that you enter through a narrow opening. When the sun shines through the opening, it creates a column of light. I wanted Joanne to share it, something to tell the children we hope to have.
But as is always possible in a
Very imperfect world, listeners. Something went wrong, and Joanne Forbes died in that place that Glenn wanted so much to share with her. What then, Glenn?
Then the water police refused to retrieve her body.
We, and I speak for all of us when I say this, in particular the divers, we all have great sympathy for Mr. Forbes and his loss. When Mrs. Forbes was lost, we sent our own team in. Now, one of our most experienced divers was very nearly killed whilst trying to recover Mrs. Forbes' body. So in the interest of diver safety, we regretfully called off the operation.
Your response to that, Mr. Forbes?
It's not going to happen to my wife. What the inspector has neglected to mention is that his department's recommending the shaft be sealed off. But before that can happen, I'm going back down there with a team of divers to retrieve my wife's body and give her a decent burial.
Inspector?
Mr. Forbes, my advice to you is to not risk more lives in that very, very dangerous place.
Well, there you have it, listeners. Official warnings from the Water Police bureaucracy up against the old Aussie spirit. Well, if you want to get something done, pitch in and do it yourself.
I'm sure the listeners would like a word here. Phone 999 61000 and we'll get back to you after the break.
On sale this week only at Harborside Magic.
Well, seemed to go pretty well.
Bloody ambush.
He's on time. I'll say that for him. Zoom in real close now, okay? Did you get the money on tape? Live in colour.
Well, I'll try.
For anything.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, here he is. Hey, Frank, I've got this woman in here. She's the wife of that Navy guy. Got done for stealing those guns. I think she's worth talking to.
Yeah, in a tick, I got to speak to the boss.
Yeah, okay.
Now become a coroner's matter, so we're going to have to look at getting it. Not now, Frank.
It's important.
Not now, Frank. I'm busy, OK?
We're going to do this as soon as
Helen, I need to talk.
Frank, I live and breathe for these precious moments we share.
Mr. Forbes and his wife were partners in a business. They each carried fairly hefty key person life assurance. And the insurance company won't pay out without a death certificate, and the coroner can't issue one without a formal ID of the body.
So this is why Forbes wants the body back?
Well, I couldn't begin to guess what's going on in Mr. Forbes' mind at the moment. The thing is, we have a request from the coroner.
The thing is, sir, that slime Steve Murphy as good as called us cowards today.
What Steve Murphy said or did not say is not the issue here. The issue here is safety. The issue is not recklessly endangering the living to recover the dead.
If Forbes takes more amateur divers down to the shaft before it's sealed, we're just going to have more dead bodies to contend with.
That's right.
You've already picked your team, I take it?
Terry and Annie have dived the shaft before, plus me and 4 backups.
You'll be ready to leave?
15 minutes once I finish the briefing note for work cover insurance. Now, we're covered to dive to 50 metres, but this one could go 65.
You're all right, then.
OK, let's go.
Let's do it.
My husband, Gary, said when you interviewed him in prison, you treated him like a human being.
Well, he wasn't able to help much.
Well, that's just it. He couldn't help you because he didn't steal those rifles from the Navy store where he worked. He couldn't help you because he didn't know anything.
Well, the court did find against him.
Well, Gary never would have done that. If you just speak to some of the people that he worked with, they never found what happened to the other guns.
One did turn up in the home invasion.
Yes, but those people didn't get their gun from Gary, did they?
Well, they wouldn't tell us where they got their gun.
Talk to his old boss, Warrant Officer Craig. He'll tell you what Gary was like.
Right, Craig, he's still at the depot?
He retired a few months ago. I've written down his phone number.
They're not seriously asking you to go down there again, are they?
Gee, doesn't work travel.
Terry, last time you could have died.
Yeah, means it won't happen this time.
Are you purposely trying to be thick?
No, it's a gift. Hey, all dives are dangerous.
And that's why you love them, right?
Yeah.
Terry, we're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, righto. I'll see you.
Shake it up, senior. We got a job to do at Cooper's Marina. Report of someone hanging around the wharf.
We'll talk to your husband, but no promises, Mrs. White.
Thanks. Thank you, Mr. Holloway.
What if she's right? And he was set up for the theft of those rifles.
You're a sucker for a sob story.
Yeah, I know, but... Look, if Able Seaman White doesn't have them, then someone does. And that means there's 4 rifles still out there.
Hello.
You reckon he's the bloke that made the complaint?
I reckon he could look after any trouble by himself. Let's go and have a talk to Mr. Big. Excuse me, sir. Senior Constable Tavita, this is Senior Constable Cassidy, Water Police. We've had reports of someone acting suspiciously around these wharves. We're wondering if you'd seen anyone like that.
There was a bloke here a while ago, just took off on his boat. It's just me now.
What's your name?
Peter. Peter Hughes.
What are you doing around here, Mr. Hughes?
Supposed to be meeting a mate. Hasn't shown. Just having a look.
Coming by boat, is he?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
You wouldn't mind showing me some ID, Mr. Hughes?
No worries.
Call for backup!
You right? Go!
we spoke, Gary, you told us that you were loaded up for the theft of those rifles.
Yeah, I was.
Well, the Navy thinks it's an inside job. What do you reckon?
Look, if it was me, do you think I would have been dumb enough to put the money into my own account?
Known coppers do it.
We don't spend a lot of time reopening cases without any evidence. But we need those guns off the streets.
Look, they've already caused one death.
Do you have any ideas who might have them?
I don't know. My old boss might have found out something.
Your old boss being Warrant Officer Joseph Craig?
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, well, he's retired now, in the reserves.
You on good terms?
Oh, we used to have a beer off duty. Of course, after I got married, we didn't do so much of that. Well, if you're serious about your marriage, you don't go getting on the grog every night, now do you?
So maybe that's where I went wrong.
What, a blonde giant punched you out then ran away?
Huh?
What, about 194 centimetres, 160 kilos, blonde hair, olive complexion?
What?
Well, didn't you read the daily update on the cops database when you arrived at work this morning? Obviously not. Otherwise, you would have realised that that fits the description of Roland Campbell, who escaped from custody at 6 a.m. this morning. Ah, there you are. You can ring the Des Moines Patrol Commander and tell him that you let a dangerous criminal, with a history of firearms offences, escape in his yard.
Sarge.
Yo.
We've got a problem. We have to contact the divers immediately.
Forbes is an idiot. I mean, it beats me why he just doesn't forget the whole thing and get on with his life.
Divers Vehicle 1, Sydney Water Police 049 to Divers Vehicle 1.
Here's Divers Vehicle 1.
We've been advised Forbes' party is already at the shaft.
They must have gone straight from the radio station.
Well, that's not the worst of it.
Forbes has dived the shaft alone. He said to only stay down half an hour. He's already
Overdue. One of his mates is planning to go down after him.
And who's at the scene?
Constable Pearson.
Well, tell Pearson we're 5 minutes away and not to let anyone go down.
It's not our fault, Dave. We told him not to go down.
Sure.
We told him it was dangerous.
Absolutely.
What?
He begged us to go down and get her, and we did. With all our equipment, our personnel, and our backup, we did. What do you think they're going to say about us if he dies too?
Lieutenant Cornwallis, Naval Investigations to see Detectives Holloway and...
Con!
Hey, Con.
Got it.
Thanks for coming in.
There.
I just saw your old mate, Able Seaman White.
Still innocent, is he?
Maybe.
We looked at everyone that worked in that depot. James Lauder, David Southcott, James Ryan, all able seamen, all cleared.
Who's this?
That's their boss, Warrant Officer Craig, who was our #1 suspect. We looked at him particularly.
Why's that?
His house, mostly. It seemed a bit on the pricey side for a warrant officer. Suggested another source of income. And then, of course, we found out.
Found out what?
His partner, significant other, friend, was in advertising, had his own little boutique company doing very well when he died a few months back and made all the papers.
Well, died of?
35-year-old gay male. What do you think he died of?
All right, so, Craig's gay.
So?
Well, if he's gay, he's got to be vulnerable to blackmail if he's in the closet, I mean. Well, how come you know so much?
Kiss me, I'll tell you. Oh. Look, I've got a gay brother, all right?
So when you found out Craig was gay...
I did not go easy.
No, I didn't say that.
The rifle was found in Gary White's garage. Him and his wife were strapped for cash. There were recent deposits of several thousands of dollars he couldn't account for and claimed no knowledge of. He had means, motive, opportunity, and the court found him guilty.
All right, so when you found out about Craig and his partner, the real estate thing made sense?
Yes.
But you still searched his place?
And found nothing.
Excuse me, sir. The Chief Inspector would like a word.
OK, thanks. Tell him I'll be a minute.
He did say right away. He has Inspector Brady from Internal Affairs with him.
Excuse me.
I'd like to have a chat with this guy, Warrant Officer Craig.
Yeah, for what good it'll do you. Do you, eat, drink, fool around?
Oh, please.
And?
I've watched it twice now, Frank. Once with Inspector Brady and now with you.
What, it doesn't get any better?
A presumption of innocence. I'd like to hear your version of events.
I had an anonymous phone call this morning at 7:40. The caller said there was information for me in an envelope behind the old social club notice board in the warehouse at number 9 Walsh Bay. I went there, and what you saw on the tape happened. I was back in the office at 09:15. I tried to speak to you, Clark. You were busy with Sergeant McCall.
I can confirm that Detective Senior Constable Holloway made an attempt to speak to me at or about that time.
Then I gave the envelope and its contents to Sergeant Blakemore.
Sergeant Blakemore, can you come in here, please? Did you have any dealings with Detective Holloway this morning?
Yes, he handed some money over to me. I entered it in the miscellaneous property book.
You see? You're a slime.
That's enough.
You can see the register if you wish.
And what about you, Inspector? Did you receive an anonymous phone call too?
Yes, it came through AAA to Customer Assistance Unit.
And this caller informed you that Detective Holloway would be making a pickup at Walsh Bay?
Yes.
So it sounds like a setup.
It would appear that way.
You wish to take the matter any further?
Not at the moment, no.
That's very wise.
Are you going to give me the tape?
See what happens when you play it by the book, Frank? Life goes well for you. Now, this call.
Yeah, I got a few last month. They're all good calls, all related to crimes on the docks.
You were set up?
Yeah, obviously.
Well, any ideas who?
No, not a clue.
Then I think you'd better find out, Frank.
Constable Pearson? Sergeant. I understand Forbes went down alone.
Well, these blokes talk big to the media, but when they got here, they decided it was too dangerous and chickened out. Now the idiots want to go down and rescue Forbes.
Yes, mate, he'll die if we don't get him out. We want to go after him.
I don't care what you want to do.
Mate, we have to go down. Glenn's running out of air.
I don't care what you do, pal, but you're not going down.
Oh, come on. We've got just as many hours up as any professionals.
Our people dive so much they don't even count their hours. Now get out of here or I'll arrest you.
What was it? You couldn't get VKG to tell me over the radio?
Well, sometime this morning, my guess is a little after 7:40 a.m., someone made an anonymous call to customer assistance saying I was going to collect a bribe.
Gonna give me half?
Not funny, mate. IA videotaped me picking up the envelope. Now, I thought it was some gig offering me a tip-off. So what I want is I want to hear the voice tape of the original call to 000.
So ask for it.
I don't want them to know I've heard it. You see, I hear it, and sometimes, say, in the next 10 years, something bad happens to that caller. How's that going to make me look? Now, about 6 months ago, you and a certain young lady who works in that department were going round the block together.
What do you mean, going around the block together?
I mean, you were bonking her.
Oh, that going around the block together.
Did you part friends?
Does anyone?
Did you?
Half and half. I parted friends. She didn't.
Will you try?
You right?
Yep.
Let's go. You right, Annie?
Surface to Diver 1. Diver 1 to surface. I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm going down the shot line. Divers 1 and 2 on rock pile at 30 metres. No sign of Forbes yet.
Tell us when you want more hose.
Anytime. I'm moving out on a search arc now.
More hose? Yeah, a bit more.
Diver 1 to surface. Going on alone now.
Any word yet?
No.
Listen, I've been doing some thinking. By my reckoning, Forbes might have as little as 10 minutes left.
Then stop wasting my time.
Well, shouldn't you have more people down there? We could help.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Then we'd be looking for you clowns as well.
A Warrant Officer Craig.
Naval ranks below sub-lieutenant uncarried into civilian life. Mr. Craig or Joe will do just fine.
Mr. Craig, we're trying to locate those 4 missing SLRs that were stolen from the...
So you said on the telephone. It was a vast disappointment to me.
The man in jail, Gary White.
Yeah, Gary White. I was grooming him, putting him up for courses. I thought he had great potential. But then Lieutenant Velas here found one of the missing rifles in his garage.
You didn't suspect him?
Oh, look, at first I thought this whole inside job idea was nonsense. They'd searched all our places, this included, remember?
We had no intention of upsetting your partner.
But did, nevertheless. But then it was only at Gary's that they found anything.
The evidence seems a bit thin. I mean, rifle on the premises, yes, but...
We're very hard on our own detective. I imagine the police are too. I understand there were some payments made into his bank account.
According to the file, he denied making them. I mean, I could get your details and put money in your account tomorrow.
Feel free. Every little helps.
Did you, like him?
As a person, yes, I did.
But you believe he's guilty?
I'd like to think Gary was innocent, but the weight of evidence, it's like snails. You may not see them at first, but if there are holes in the leaves, you know they're there somewhere.
Surface to diver 1. You're at 41 metres. Any sign of Forbes?
Yeah, I can see him.
He's been down now for 51 minutes. How does he seem?
Looks like he's knocked.
What, knocked happy or knocked upset?
Upset, I reckon.
We'll bring him up, but be careful how you handle him. Did you get all that, Annie? Forbes looks knocked. Terry's going to try and bring him up a few metres to sober him up. But if he has a problem, get ready to move in and help, all right?
Here he comes.
Tess? Terry, can you hear me?
Terry!
That's it. I've got his mouthpiece. That'll slow him down. I've got it. I'm bringing him up now.
Surface to divers 1 and 2. Just make your necessary decompression stops on the way up, but because Forbes has been knocked, we'll surface decompress him.
Okay, Forbes seems fine now, but his gauge is close to red. Can you drop some air?
Tank's coming down now.
Forbes is switching regulators now.
Yeah, we talked to that Warrant Officer Craig. Now, those kids that did that home invasion, they got that gun from somewhere. Maybe they stole it from Craig.
I hate it when you get homophobic, Goldie.
Oh, in this office, I'm not the one who's homophobic.
You know, just because a bloke's queer doesn't mean he's a gun
Did
runner.
they come and see those street kids or not?
Well, what makes you think they'd talk to us now?
4 weeks in a juvenile detention centre.
You know, just because a bloke is sensitive to the needs of other blokes, it doesn't mean, you know, I hate it when she gets like this.
Oh, g'day, Pete.
Is your friend not coming, Pete?
Look, we don't have to talk to you, you know.
Yeah, we know that, but we could do with an informal chat.
So your pal Danny won't talk to us, but you will. Why's that, Pete?
Well, I want to know what's happened to Sally. My girlfriend, she was arrested with me at the squat.
Well, we understand she's back at home with her parents on bail.
Yeah, well, I tried calling her and they said she wasn't there.
Probably a bit protective at the moment.
Well, look, I'll talk to you, but you've got to help me get a message to her.
This might come as a shock, Pete, but every girl I've ever taken out, her parents disapproved of me. So I understand your situation. Now, you write it out, let us read it. We'll do our best.
Frank.
Young love, where's the harm?
Okay.
Right. The gun your friend used in the home invasion, the one that got shot, was one of 6 missing from the Navy. Now 4 are still missing, and we want to find them.
Well, we got it from the old bloke's place.
The old bloke, you got a name?
What, you meet him on the street?
You don't have to do anything for it, you know. You just take their money.
I'll pick them up, play them along, take them back to their place, take what you can and run.
Something like that, yeah.
And this old bloke, he had a rifle.
Well, Johnny Newman was with us. Some of them like the Asian kids, right? We got back to his place and he was showing us these guns, like as if it had turned us on or something.
And then?
He was getting undressed and we just grabbed one and ran.
Right. We're going to show you some photographs. Now, if you recognise anyone.
When we searched the place, it didn't have any guns.
It did the night I was there.
Okay, point out the house.
I can't.
What?
Well, we're in the wrong street.
Are you sure?
No way.
You know the street?
Yeah, it's just around the corner. Balaclava Street. You turn left.
You know the address?
178.
Great memory. What were you going to do, sell the address to someone? Hey, tell me, Pete. What's the going rate on a pre-cased house with a room full of guns?
That's it.
If you knew the address, why didn't you tell us at the centre?
It's nice to get out sometimes, you know.
The kid's information is good as far as we can check without a search. Warrant Officer Craig does own the second house and lived there until 6 years ago.
When he moved in with that advertising guy.
Local D's checked with the neighbours who can't understand why Craig doesn't rent the place out. Good little earner.
How come you missed it, Con, in your first investigation?
Look, he was claiming rental assistance on the house he lived in. There was no reason to believe he owned another house.
Yeah, but if he wanted somewhere to store the stuff, like a nice little play hole...
Quite, makes sense. Stores guns there, has people there. He lives 2 lives.
Like some cops on a...
Yeah,
like
Goldie
Frankie.
here.
Search warrant.
Surface to Diver 1. How's it going?
Fine.
3 more minutes at that stop.
Dave, I think I can see something.
What, Annie?
The body of a diver. It must be Phil's wife.
Dave, he's bolted. He's seen his wife.
Where is he?
Heading for the dome.
Stay where you are.
Forbes has swum up without any hands.
Don't go after him. You've got another 2 minutes at that stop. I don't want you getting an air embolism. I repeat, don't go after him.
Divers Vehicle 1, here's VKG Sydney Water Police. Dave, what's the story?
We've lost Forbes. He's taken off. He doesn't have any air with him.
Watson and Schmidt, are they okay?
If they go after him, they're both risking an air embolism. Listen, Jeff, I'll have to get back to you when I can. Terry, you can go. Your 2 minutes are up.
Baby, it's all right. It's all right. He's okay. He's with his wife. Poor bloke.
Mr. Craig, please. Mr. Craig, we've got a warrant to search the premises.
After you.
Off you go, Con.
dead.
Go.
Bloke that chopped Con Velas. It's Rolly Campbell.
You sure of that?
Oh, it's him all right.
He's 8 foot, he's blonde and he's psycho. It's Campbell.
Joseph Craig. Is this Joseph Craig I'm speaking to? Inspector Michael Farrell, State Protection Group. And Mr. Craig, we want you and Roland Campbell to come out of the house immediately with your hands on your heads. Say if you understand. Now, if you would, Mr. Craig. It's hung up. Ringing on the handset. Nothing from the house. He's pulled it out of the wall. Mr. Craig, the house is surrounded. You and Mr. Campbell come outside now. Mr. Craig, it is time to come out before things get worse. I want you both out here now with your hands on your heads. Please don't make us come in for you. Let's keep walking, Mr. Craig. Watch me. That's it. Good. Good.
Keep your head low! On the ground! Down! Down! Stay down! Don't move! Down!
It's all right. It's all right.
No, it's not all right. Your friend in there has killed someone.
Where is he? Where's Campbell?
He shot himself. He came to buy guns, said he wasn't going to be taken again, and shot himself.
Move in. Secure the premises.
Go! Go! Go!
A lot of people going to sleep easier tonight.
Worthwhile checking Mr. Craig's hand for gunpowder residue. My guess he wanted to get out of here alive, came from behind, shot his customer.
You wouldn't seriously consider arresting someone for topping a psycho like Campbell, would you? Seriously, though, you know what the hard part's going to be. Proving it.
Jerry, you got to get him into the chamber.
Give him a minute, Dave.
Should have married you years ago. You can. I kept putting it off. Putting it off. They're kids now. We never would have been here.
Mr. Forbes. Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry, but we have to get you into the recompression chamber.
Just a few more minutes, okay?
In a few more minutes, sir, you'll have the bends. Come on, mate. I've got to get you into the chamber. Come on.
Diver's vehicle 1 to VKG Sydney Water Police.
VKG Sydney Water Police standing by.
Job went without incident. Wrapping up now.
Sergeant Hawker said to tell you there's some media on the way.
What a shame. We'll probably miss him.
You know, if you don't mind me saying so, Mr. Craig, you don't seem the criminal type.
Whatever that might be. My partner was dying. A lingering death isn't cheap on a single naval salary. If I'd worked in a bookshop, I'd have stolen books. If I'd worked in an art gallery, I'd have stolen paintings. I happened to work in an ordnance depot, so I stole firearms.
It's Big risk.
Yes. I loved him.
You let Gary White go to jail for it.
I'm sorry about that, but if I'd have gone, there would have been no one to nurse my friend. You become ruthless.
Yeah, but your friend died and you kept on selling.
Yes. The word was out. I sold to them or they'd dob me. I'd go to jail.
So you let Gary White go to jail. You caused the deaths of young Johnny Nguyen and Lieutenant Velas. I mean, Campbell's no loss, but you know, it's still another corpse.
Nobody's perfect. I'll make a full statement.
Including the death of Rolly Campbell, so he could get out alive? That's what happened, wasn't it? He wanted to shoot it out, you didn't, so pop.
He suicided?
If you coughed to that one, you'd be a big man in jail.
I'd rather live a little longer.
Good day, everybody. Go home and have a beer for me. Terry, can I have a word for a minute, please?
What?
I was pleased. Last time you went up there, you nearly died. Today you went back and you did it. I was pleased.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was pleased you were able to concentrate on your job and keep your mind off young Fiona, who you seem to have your eye on and most of your brain these days.
Is this any of your business?
Well, under the Equal Employment Opportunities bizzo, I'm not allowed to tell you not to get your meat where you get your bread and butter, but...
Yeah, no, I never thought I'd be in favour of the EEO
Listen,
bizzo,
don't
but there
be
does
cheeky
come a
with me,
time,
son.
boss.
We're still on duty and I've got 3 hooks on my arm.
You telling me I didn't do my
If I
job
thought
today?
that for a minute, you wouldn't be standing there. Look, what I am saying is either forget her or go for it. Just put the rest of us out of our misery, all right?
I kind of worked that one out myself. On my way back.
Sorry, did I miss something? A message written in the clouds? A voice from the sky? A bearded guy with 2 stone tablets?
Forbes. Crying over wasted time.
Could have been any one of us, you know. Anyone who went through that door first.
You can't think like that, Goldie.
He asked me out, you know.
Hi. Hi, Goldie.
Oh, yeah, hi, Kevin.
Young Kevin, you get that tape for me?
No. No luck, I'm afraid.
Give it to me, Kevin.
What?
I know you, Kevin. I know when you're lying. Give me the tape.
Frank. You're not gonna like it.
Police fire ambulance, who are you calling?
There's a water police detective named Frank Holloway who's on the take.
Do you require police assistance, sir?
Tomorrow, 8 a.m, outside Walsh Bay number 9 warehouse, he's collecting a payoff from behind the social club notice board.
Sir, I'm putting you through to the police customer assistance unit. If you just hold the line.
I don't believe it. My own brother.
Nice work, Kevin.
It takes 2 of you, does it?
Mongrel.
You want to call me that? You call me that through my union rep.
You're a worm.
You've had it all for my big brother, mate.
How could you do that? You dobbed me into IA.
How could you do that? Put me inside for 2 years.
I don't know. It was you that was going to walk out of the container. As soon as I knew you were, I was off the case.
You'd already done it to me, hadn't you?
I got to charge you know that? I've got enough to make it stick. I've got a voice print ID. I've got a motive.
Well, go on. Why don't you?
You know why? Because I couldn't do it to your missus. Next time, I'll charge you. You hear me? Yeah.
You sure you got in the right place?
I think so.
Well, you better come in then.
Nice. Nice place.
Look, if you've come here to talk about money or class, forget it.
I'm not. I'm here to talk about time. And not wasting it.